what can these running backs do? They're getting on
Nothing.
Zoom calls. Are they going to unionize?
We already
Can
got a
they?
union.
I was going to say, can the running backs have their own union?
You can't have a union within the union.
Where does
So
Tebow
let's
go?
get to it, man.
Is Tebow in the wide receivers union? Is he in the running backs union?
How about Jonathan Taylor? That thing turned south quick, huh?
So fast.
Sheesh.
Irsay seems like a guy who can change things quickly.
You can say, listen, they can say whatever they want. They got a problem on their hands. They got a real problem.
It's entering the final year of his contract. They just brought in a rookie quarterback.
Bro, have we forgotten that the general manager is saying he was the best player on the team? And we should pay him immediately? Now all of a sudden we want volunteers, not hostages? Man.
It's a job. They understand it's a profession, right? It's a job. It's a paid job. Isn't.
I don't know what this thing got. Hey, this is a daytime soap opera. All my children.
Do you think he gets traded? I don't. I mean, Irsay already came out and said he's not trading.
Listen, I don't know what happened, but all I know is this is the same team who hired an analyst off television. And that analyst turned head coach lost a 20-point
31, wasn't it?
I know how much it was. I tried to undersell it, said 21. I didn't want to say the real amount.
I don't even know if 31 is correct. It might have been 34. It was a tough scene.
It was bad. Yeah. Listen, I'm be watching this one. I'm be watching this. You know, some people say popcorn, man. And give me some Oreos and some milk. Mm-hmm. Watch this one. Give me some inappropriate calories. I'm just gonna watch this one.
Is there? I've heard a couple suggestions like you shouldn't be able to franchise tag running backs. That's the only way because it suppresses them.
Bro, something's going on. And I don't know what it is, but I'm watching it, and it's gonna be tough to figure out how it goes.
Is there even a fix though? Because that's ultimately what I come to.
It is. There's a fix. Open up your pocketbook.
They're not going to do that. They've made it quite clear. If Saquon didn't have that epiphany, he'd still be sitting out. I don't know why he hasn't spoken more about what this epiphany was. I don't know why he didn't hold in. He seemed to hold quite a bit of leverage there. Zeke got
his epiphany went into his bank account. That's what it was.
Dalvin Cook got released. Joe Mixon got a demotion. He got paid less. His backup left, and he still got paid less. It's bad everywhere. And then it's Bijan. I assume they're going to run him into the ground these first 3 years with the Falcons. Miles Sanders looks like a king based off the deal he signed this offseason.
Yeah, it's tough, man. I don't know what to say. I'm sitting here thinking about it. It's whatever that individual is comfortable with.
Right.
If you're comfortable sitting there saying that I'm a die on this hill and not get paid, or I'm going to take the best offer that I believe is the best for me, I'm not sure. But someone's got to figure out what they're comfortable with and what they're okay with passing up. I don't know if this is the game of trying to be morally correct, or is this the game about trying to get that cash?
Well, I think that's where it gets real tricky because there
fuzzy.
There are a lot of running backs. So if it's like, all right, you won't do it for 11, he'll do it for $750. He'll do it for much less. Yeah, so I'll take him. I'm not too concerned about what you got doing. And I think a lot of people, teams and players, saw Le'Veon Bell sit out that whole year trying to prove his point. He comes back, he gets the contract he said he wants, and he wasn't the same player. So I think that is in the back of some guy's mind. Like, hey, can I really risk sitting out a year?
Yeah, bro, it's tough. I don't know what to tell you. I literally don't because I want to support the players, but at the same time, you can see overall there's something going on and we don't know why.
Right.
Right. And we don't hold the keys to the kingdom. So it's not our say. I don't have the checkbook. They're not asking us. And even the workers who are doing it, they're asking them, they say, how much you want? We want 19. No, we'll give you 10.
Yeah.
How about 15? Nope, we'll give you 9. Every time I come back to the table, it's getting lower and lower.
How about you get out of my face? How does that sound? That's
Actually, you know what? I want to trade. So what?
yeah. Can't help you there. No one wants to trade. Austin Eckler was like, please trade me. Everyone was like,
Yep.
we'd like to
Cool.
trade for you, but we don't want to pay you still. Like
Yeah.
we like
So-
you as a person. We like you as a talent. We're not giving you the ring. We're not going that far.
So what you gonna do?
relationship.
You know what? Los Angeles ain't too bad. So
It's yeah, I don't.
it's tough, bro.
It is, and it's like, should they count against the salary cap? Should, like, you know what I mean? Is that the way around this? Will they be paid fairly then?
Nope.
Should everyone be on the Ricky Williams deal where they literally have to earn every dollar with every yard they take?
It's tough. It's gonna be tough, man. It's tough.
Dalvin, what? It seems like he's headed to the Jets now. Does that raise their ceiling? Does that potentially hurt them, taking away carries from Brees?
Well, one, we don't know that. That's telling me we don't know what how Brees' knee is doing and what it really looks like. Yep.
They got Michael Carter.
The running back market has been reset, and unfortunately, all the running backs have to watch it and hoping they can be the guy that changes where the market goes. And unfortunately, it looks like everybody who possibly can isn't going to change it. So that's the part that sucks.
I think one part of the conversation that I truly despise is they pretend they're very replaceable, as if they're not individuals. I've seen Trent Richardson not see gaping hole. I'm talking Matt Highways. And he was, third overall pick, traded for another first round pick 2 years later. So Heisman winner, he had the pedigree. He was a solid player. And you saw multiple teams not know how to use him at all. It's not as if you can just take a guy, put him behind a good offensive line and go, he'll be just as good as the previous guy. I think the Eagles are an interesting test study here. They took Penny, a good running back, an injury-plagued running back, but a good running back from Seattle. They got rid of Miles Sanders. They said, this is yours now. And they also traded for Swift from the Lions, who couldn't ever really stay on the field for 3 downs, even 2 downs during his.
So in 2 people, they got 1 running back.
Maybe. And that's the other part. Maybe. They don't know that they have 1 running back yet. So I think most people agree they have one of, if not the best offensive line. They've got a good quarterback. They've got good receivers. They've got all the ingredients where they should be able to just slide someone in and out. But we'll find out.
Well, with all that being said, teams already know what they're willing to pay. Unfortunately, the players are going to have to figure out what that threshold is at the expense of themselves, and someone's going to be the guinea pig. The question is it, Dalvin Cook thought it wouldn't be him. Ezekiel Elliott thought it wouldn't be him. They're it. The other guinea pigs now are Jonathan Taylor and Josh Jacobs. Najee Harris is coming right on the corner. Right? Who else is coming around the corner? Austin Eckler is the guinea pig. There's so many guys who are, or not even guinea pig, sacrificial lambs.
Yeah.
And someone's going to have to change it, or someone's going to have to. And I think Saquon Barkley understood that. He doesn't want to sit out. He's also a guy, he has to also prove that he can play a full year again healthy. So
I think that's where some of their frustration comes. It's like they feel like they constantly, and that's to an extent every position in the league. But like I said earlier with Armstead, even he graded really well as a tackle for the Saints. He got hurt every year. The Dolphins gave him, I think it was $72 million, and he's still hurt for them. And so it's like running backs don't have that luxury of being like, oh, well, we know he's going to stay around for a while, because that's also part of it. We know they're not going to stay around for a while.
Yeah, shelf life.
Yeah,
it sucks, man. It really sucks, because they're the 11th player on the field, and depending on the team, like the Atlanta Falcons, how they use their running backs, they're part of it. They make their offense. But then there's other parts like, the Miami Dolphins, who barely use a run game. Look how that worked out for them. The San Francisco 49ers, they use the run game by committee, even with trading for CMC. It's a number of teams where running the football is top priority at some point in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But this has become a passing league. The quarterbacks are it. I saw a comment that said that Jonathan Taylor wants to be traded back to the 1997 because that's where it's valuable. They are not valued right now, and they have to realize that. And it sucks. And I hate saying it because a running back helps the passing game, and the passing game helps the run game. But right now, running backs are devalued. And to take the stance of I'm not going to take a pay cut, well, that means you're not. Okay, if you don't want to take a pay cut, don't. But all of a sudden now, you're not going to get paid.
Right.
So you got to be, you got to, whatever hill you're worth dying on, I hope it's worth it. But it's unfortunate right now.
I think that's the part that's crazy to me. There aren't enough good quarterbacks for 32 teams. So you would think some of those teams that don't have a great quarterback at the helm would invest more in the running back position because you got to move the ball somehow.
Yeah, you do. But you get a running back, you get wide receivers, you get offense coordinator, and that can help you. Look at the Tennessee Titans and what they have done with Derrick Henry.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, when they get in the playoffs, that style of football doesn't help them get to the big dance, does it?
I could easily say it's because they don't have the quarterback play that's complementary enough to take them to add to what he's doing.
Okay. But they also don't have any wide receivers either.
Well, they didn't. Now maybe they do.
They have one wide receiver. Okay, great.
Yeah. They've won in a questionable.
So it just goes hand in hand.
For sure. But I also think back to, and it was a decade ago by now, so that's a long time, I understand that. But what Marshawn did for that Seattle team, he was, but as good as that defense was, they all pointed to him.
But the Seattle team did not also throw the ball as much. They weren't relying on passing the ball.
Right.
And that at that time, they also had a different defense that helped them.
Yeah, it was a different league for sure. It
was a different league, and it's not the same league today.
Cut to it, let's get down to it.